Góðan daginn and welcome to Project Pal. My name is Gunnildur, I'm an Icelander, live in Iceland, and this is my podcast, vlog, chat type of thing called the Project Pal because I have projects and they are in piles. I also talk quite a bit about yarn, about knitting, crocheting, anything fiber related because that is also very interesting. I also talk quite a bit about the weather because it's interesting and therefore I always have something to talk about. But yeah, this is my second attempt at filming this because and therefore half of the battery has been eaten up because for some reason I could not use this memory card because it was locked. I have now unlocked it because turns out these memory cards are kind of like the old floppy disks with a little slider on the end. I had no idea about that. I had to Google it. So I had tried to save myself by finding this other SIM card, which turns out I haven't used since 2017 for very good reasons, because I thought I'd managed to film something, then it cut out and then cut out and then cut out, and I figured, well, then I'll just make a very strange video out of it. Turned out it just kept cutting off at halfway point from where I thought it had. So roundabout way of saying that was interesting. Like, that could have been a very interesting video. I'm wondering if I should put clips on that. It was also quite a bit frustrating because I was at the point where I had been talking about quite a bit and then it just didn't work, but it's working now. The main part was that I've actually been sick for the past week. Yet again, 4th time this winter. My quota is finished. I am very tired of this. But like I said before, and like what other people keep telling me, is that this was predicted in the aftermath of the whole COVID thing. The doctors did tell us that we could very well expect just a whole lot of, you know, colds and flus and all sorts of things that would, you know, be very nasty. And I'm like, yeah, they are. So on a happier note, the weather is nice. We actually got a little warmth yesterday. Like, I think we got up to +2. I think we're at like either -4 or about to be at like -7. But you know, that's just winter. This is what we can expect. Another happy note. Still no volcano. I keep tempting fate, but still no volcanic eruption. As of right now that I'm aware of. But yeah. At least now I'm really happy because I can actually sit down, relax for at least a little bit until the battery runs out, and actually tell you about the things that I was looking forward to telling you about. Another side note, because I was stuck in bed being sick, either falling down in temperature or going up in temperature. So I was either shivering like I'd been chucked outside, or just about, you know, an absolute mess. Basically it gave me quite a little bit of time to just look around me, be like, mess. So I reorganized my mess and it's a little nicer. This is something else to look at. But yeah, the Horizon cardigan absolutely finished. Look at it, look at it. We still haven't put the buttons on, but those are optional, so we'll see if that happens. The second one, I finished half of it, and I accidentally, you know, worked a little bit too much on these sleeves, but That's because I was watching a video and I kind of forgot what I was doing. But that is probably gonna work out fine. I mean, the plan is kind of to have the sleeves a little bit like shorter but wider. And I have finished the same rounds for the sleeve, so I just need to do the body part. That's like just 4 rounds, and then I will be joining them together probably today. So that will be that. The green sweater I haven't done any work on because that's the knit night project, and obviously I didn't attend knit nights. Oh, the battery low. Some days. It was not the battery, it's the memory card. But I am gonna tell you about the it's not a dog, it's a television. Yeah, the hobby make along. Oh, look at it. So I'm doing the knitters version. I had a bit of an adventure with that. Like, I hadn't already started because I couldn't find the link to the pattern in my email inbox, and I'm like, that's weird. Looked over it again and again, checked both emails, even though I only gave them one email. I'm like paranoid. And I did contact Hobby. I still haven't got an answer from them, which I'm kind of happy for. Because turns out it was in my emails, just not in my inbox. It was in the ads section. I never checked the ads because ads are ads. So but yeah, so I haven't started yet. The first part is really interesting though. Like, she is having us knit these 3 colored squares, like 24 of them, and I'm like, well, that's gonna be interesting. Definitely should definitely be prioritizing that, because I mean, I can always pick this up again, and I really want to get that first part done this week. So it's gonna be really interesting because the colors are just, I love them. And before the camera dies yet again, I do have my hobby order. So here are the crochet hooks that I was telling you about in this lovely, lovely hot pink wallet thing. And it's from like 2mm up to 6mm. And if we take out the 4mm, the shaft is this like flat thing, and the heads are these this type. I have no idea what they're called. I tried learning it. It's like they work. They do the thing that they're supposed to do. So just, you know, me and terms, me and names. And I got 3 of this Horizon. It was on discount last week. Not on discount anymore, at least not right now. Got 3 of these. I also got this gorgeous butterfly. This colorway, I can't remember what butterfly this is named after, because you know, these all have butterfly names. And then I got this lovely, lovely light yellow color of the canned feather, and I did notice yesterday that canned feather is on discount this week, meaning that I am not entering the hobby website and for the time being, because look at this. Okay, I got way more yarn than I can honestly justify having. So but this, I am going to make another cardigan out of this, and it's gonna be lovely, really summery. This one is more like spring colors. This is more like summer, and I the original plan is to make another cardigan with this, and I mean this yarn is like soft, kind of slippery, so that would be really interesting. And yeah, candy. Yay! So yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. Like, I got completely thrown off by this memory card fiasco, which does, I mean, I should definitely be thinking about getting more memory cards if this happens again and it doesn't have like an easy solution, like a little flip on this side. I didn't know they had that. That just takes me right back to like the 90s, where, you know, we had these floppy disks and you could lock them and you had to be really careful about the magnet part. Like, don't bring a magnet close to, because that would just like ruin everything on it. But yeah, this is what I've been working on. I did manage to finish this part, managed to start and finish the sleeve part on this, and I am going to finish the body part and probably join them together. But most importantly, I need to get started on the make along, since I managed to find the email so I could get the pattern, and I did get both the knitted and crochet version, so that, you know, at the end of the day I might actually be able to maybe, I don't know why I do this to myself, like wanted to make both knitted and crochet version of whatever, like with that hanker on the neckerchief from the advent calendar. I still haven't finished the knitted version. I'm still planning to do. I mean, I just keep piling on myself with all the projects. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be so much, like, this in this pattern, like, yes, just yes. And I mean, the other thing that I did and I was trying to tidy up a little bit yesterday was that I was taking reorganizing my yarn that's in my room with me. I was organizing it a little bit so that I have like all the little projects that I do have planned, and I do have like the pattern and the yarn. So I'm trying to make sure to keep pattern and yarn together, so that when I do finish a certain project and I need to go start another, I do have everything together and in one place. So that, I think, was currently I think is a really good idea. We'll see how it pans out. But I'm really excited about getting started on that make along project, because again, I think it's like kind of like knitting corner to corner. No, it's not quite knitting corner to corner, but it's like, I don't know. But also like, because in the pattern she has you leave a really long tail, like 30 centimeters, and that's like a really long tail that you use to sew everything together at the end. It's like, at some point, like not right now, right now the pattern is simply make these squares, and I'm like, okay. And yeah, so that is current plan. We'll be making the squares before next Thursday, because now I know where the pants go. Continue with this and put this somewhere in the next pile, because there are so many other projects that I need to get to. But yeah, I think that is. But also, like, I did find yarn that I had been looking for, because I want to make a certain, like, I had something, so I've been thinking about like this yarn or that yarn, and you know, that type of thing. So now I have that yarn right by me, so who knows, maybe I'll whip up another hat before next week. But yeah, I think think that's enough panicking for me this weekend. When I tell you that yeah, I was kind of panicking because I had such a nice time this morning. Like, it is now like 20 minutes past 12. I'm like, I have enough time. I can sit down and chat, and then camera was not operating. I couldn't get the memory card to work, and then the second card that I did find was not quite cooperating. But at least now I'll learn that the memory cards have a tiny little lock on them. Now I learned that. I've been using them for years. Didn't know that. Now I do. But yeah, I am going to get this video done, uploaded now. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will hopefully see you again next weekend. We'll be checking on, obviously, if we'll be checking on. I will tell you if one of the volcanoes will be erupting, because when you are on this like iffy part with the little buggers, it's always like, well, are you doing anything? But yeah, I will tell you if one of them wakes up. So hopefully, I mean, if they're gonna wake up, I really hope they do before the summer, because it would be so typical if we get a proper summer this summer, but it will be ruined by an ashy, gushy volcano. That would be just so typical, real typical. So brain cells activated. I will hopefully see you again next weekend. I really hope that life is as good to you as it can hopefully be, and hopefully better. And yeah, see you later. Okay, take care. Bless.